And now to an unusual tool one police department has added to its crime-fighting arsenal. Today's Jenna Wolf has more on that. Jenna, good morning.
Good morning, Meredith. That tool may be low-tech. It could also be the wave of the future. A word of warning here, though. This is not for the faint of heart if you're afraid of heights. Crime fighting has come a long way since the days of knocking on doors, sniffing out clues, and busting up the bad guys. The old technology in keeping an eye on crime, and the new one, courtesy of the Palm Bay Police Department. It may be low-tech, but it's a sky-high, economy-busting approach to police work.
The visibility is just so awesome from down low to even further up high.
Power paragliding, a big-time sport over in Europe that's slowly picking up popularity here in the U.S. Lieutenant Joe Eakins is a 24-year veteran on the Palm Bay Police Force in southeastern Florida. He and another fellow officer came up with the idea of using their weekend hobby as a cost-efficient crime-fighting tool. Your scope of vision must be so much bigger than what we can see down here.
It is absolutely incredible, and you really don't know until you actually are in this thing up in the air to see what you can see.
They're thinking, why spend $1 million on a police chopper when you can patrol the whole city for less than $10,000 per glider? Eakins presented his case to the chief and city council, and the program literally took off. And it's already proving its worth. When a woman with Alzheimer's wandered off from her family into a deserted area, impossible to patrol by car, the skybound supermen were immediately called upon to begin search efforts. Phil Russman, a world-renowned flight instructor, was brought in to coach the team. Were they pretty adept in picking it up?
They had the single most important thing that when it comes to training, and that's a great attitude. They had a fantastic attitude. It was such a pleasure to teach them, and they learned very quickly.
Look how complicated.
I got it.
Which is more than I can say for me and my first attempt.
I am.
Well, you guys got
Okay, that's it. Didn't go as smooth as
now we got it.
So with a little help and Phil's guidance, I got a chance to see and feel this new tool in law enforcement. Unlike a helicopter, we can navigate this fairly close to the ground, and the engine back here is really not that much bigger than that of a lawnmower, so you can go about 2 hours on just 2 gallons of fuel. But more than all of that, this is really fun. Their biggest drawback? The weather, or Florida's unpredictable weather.
This whole entire setup is dependent on wind, and too high of a wind obviously buffets you quite a bit. It makes for a very lumpy ride and makes for a very unsafe ride.
But when the wind is in their favor, the Palm Bay Police have found a way to take innovation and law enforcement to a whole new height.
Being able to see everything and just have total control of where you go and how you do it, and the view is just phenomenal. I mean, there's no fuselage, nothing blocking your view, and it's just you, your wing, your motor, and everything else.
Now, this pilot project is basically paying for itself, no taxpayer money, and the police department has used C's assets to foot the bill, as you can see.
So you were alone on that thing?
Yeah, no, I had 3 arms, and I was doing the whole thing on myself. So I was doing this while I was also doing that.
Thanks, Jenna.